to create a timeless, cohesive living, kitchen, and dining area. Introduction. Welcome to Archimag's Architecture, where I enjoy exploring design ideas that help homes feel more beautiful, functional, and enduring. Today, I want to discuss how to create a timeless, cohesive living, kitchen, and dining area. What I find interesting is that many open concept spaces contain attractive individual elements, yet still feel disconnected as a whole. The challenge is not designing 3 separate rooms, but creating one harmonious experience that flows naturally from one area to the next.
Archimags makes it minimal, fast, and beautiful. Download and save your favorite design issues today, completely free. Get Archimags on the App Store now.
Understanding the importance of cohesion. I think cohesion is one of the defining characteristics of exceptional interior design. In my experience, spaces feel more luxurious and comfortable when every area contributes to a unified vision. Unlike rooms that compete for attention, cohesive interiors create a sense of calm and confidence. This consistency helps people move through the home without experiencing visual disruption. Starting with a clear design direction. What I find interesting is that successful open-plan interiors almost always begin with a clear concept. Whether the style leans modern, transitional, or classic, I think establishing a design direction early simplifies countless decisions later. In my experience, homes often lose their sense of identity when too many unrelated influences are introduced. A strong foundation encourages visual harmony throughout the space. Building a consistent color story. I think color plays a crucial role in connecting living, kitchen, and dining areas. A carefully coordinated palette allows each space to maintain its own function while still feeling related to the others. A surprising insight is that cohesion does not require identical colors everywhere. Instead, repeating key tones in thoughtful ways often creates a more sophisticated result. Using materials to create continuity. In my experience, materials are among the most effective tools for unifying open spaces. Repeating wood finishes, stone surfaces, or metal accents helps establish a visual language that flows throughout the home. What I find interesting is how these connections often work on a subconscious level. People may not immediately identify them, but they contribute significantly to the overall experience. Balancing unity and individual identity. I think each area should still retain a sense of purpose despite being visually connected. The kitchen, dining area, and living room all serve different functions and should reflect those roles. Unlike most people who assume cohesion means making everything look identical, I believe successful design allows subtle distinctions to exist within a unified framework. This balance keeps the home interesting and functional. Creating flow through furniture placement. What I find interesting is how furniture arrangement influences our perception of space. In my experience, thoughtful placement can strengthen relationships between different zones without requiring physical barriers. Furniture can guide movement, define functions, and establish visual connections simultaneously. The result is a layout that feels intentional rather than accidental. the role of lighting in open spaces. I think lighting deserves far more attention than it often receives. Different lighting layers can support the unique needs of each area while maintaining a consistent atmosphere throughout the home. A counterintuitive lesson I have learned is that matching every fixture exactly can feel less sophisticated than coordinating them thoughtfully. The goal is harmony, not repetition. Maintaining appropriate scale and proportion. In my experience, scale plays a significant role in achieving a cohesive environment. Oversized elements in one area and undersized pieces in another can disrupt visual balance. What I find interesting is that people often sense these inconsistencies without fully understanding why a space feels uncomfortable. Consistent proportions help create a more harmonious overall composition. Reducing visual clutter. I think timeless interiors benefit greatly from clarity and restraint. Open concept spaces can quickly feel chaotic when too many decorative elements compete for attention. Unlike highly cluttered environments, organized interiors allow architectural features and quality furnishings to stand out. Have you ever noticed how some spaces feel larger simply because there is less visual noise? Designing for long-term appeal. What I find interesting is that timeless design often comes from prioritizing enduring principles over short-lived trends. In my experience, homes that emphasize quality materials, balanced proportions, and thoughtful planning remain attractive for many years. Trends may provide inspiration, but they rarely offer lasting satisfaction on their own. A strong design foundation continues to perform long after fashions change. Conclusion. As I reflect on creating a timeless, cohesive living, kitchen, and dining area, I am reminded that successful design is ultimately about relationships. I think the most memorable interiors are those where every element supports a unified vision while still serving practical needs. Which aspect of cohesion do you think would have the biggest impact on your own home? If you enjoyed this article and want more architecture, interior design inspiration, and practical home planning ideas, be sure to subscribe to Archimag's Architecture and join me for future design discussions.